groundbreaking in so many ways for them to be collaborating with Netflix, but for you to be hearing about people like Dave Chappelle getting checks for $250 million, like, how does that make you feel as a comedian? I mean, you obviously paid the way a lot as well, but those type of numbers for comedians, like, what does that mean?
We're glad anytime big numbers get added to our sport. We're not concerned with where those numbers go. We're glad that those numbers are being paid to the comedy community because they don't pay those dollars unless you're actually paying the bills. And horror is not what Hollywood is built on. Romantic comedy is not what it's built on. It's built on comedy. Comedy is what hasn't failed at the box office ever. Comedy is what keeps people watching TV. Comedy is what people going to clubs, and so we're a part of that, and it's important that we be celebrated as such.
Absolutely. You know, comedy in a lot of ways has a responsibility to kind of point fun at some things that are often serious. So there's people
Right.
like, like yourself and people like Dick Gregory who kind of put themselves out there in ways that may not necessarily be, politically correct, but you use your platform to speak about issues. And why is it important that you do that and not hold your tongue as a comedian?
Well, remember, these are unpaid people that are in your audience. So if you say something that they don't agree with, they're free to let you know they don't agree with how you talk. So to be able to speak for the people in any category is an awesome responsibility. But we got people out there qualified for that. And it's the comedy community, the fans, that don't let trash through. They separate who's who and what's what. It's not left up to you as an individual. That's what makes it important.
Right. You know, there's guys like Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, both of them very outspoken about Donald Trump. I mean, what are your thoughts just about not just this presidency, but about their responsibility to maybe illustrate or talk about what's going on and what they see?
Well, I think we know what happened to Kathy Griffin when she aired her opinion. So I'll just mention that I've already been subpoenaed by the Department of Justice already. So that's how I answer that question.
Last question, man. We had a chance to talk to Martin Lawrence earlier. You know, he's obviously a fan favorite, but is there anything about him that you feel like is a reason why he resonated with everybody all around the world for so long? And what was your favorite Martin classic, if you have one?
Well, I understand. Black people aren't stereotypes, so there's all different types of us, and Martin is one of those rare ones. He's the one that can be goofy and silly, and yet you can still take him serious when that's the time. And that's a whole different genre of comedian that we all come up under. Is somebody who can make you laugh and be as raunchy, or he could go do a regular PG movie and be just as funny. He could do a television show. You know what I mean? He showed his real range, and so that's where we all come from, is seeing that range and evidence and understanding that if we trying to get where these people are, we got to be able to do some of that.